Hello, I'm Cheryl from Backbone Boogie, and I'm here on the streets of Singapore to ask people if they have any questions about osteoporosis. Let's go!
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Hee Hwan Tak. I'm the Medical Director and Senior Consultant of Pinnacle Spine and Scoliosis Center. I'm also an Adjunct Associate Professor with the Lee Kong Chian School of Medicine, NTU. Okay, osteoporosis is a condition of the bone whereby there is a reduction of bone mass, thereby leading to increased susceptibility to fragility fractures. Basically occurs when there is an imbalance between new bone formation and loss of bone cells. So that means that the new bone formation cannot keep up with the loss of bone. Eventually, this will lead to the bones being fragile and more prone to fracture. Commonly occurring areas of osteoporotic related fractures are in the forearm, particularly in the wrist, in the spine, especially in the lower back or middle back, as well as in the hips. Okay, the cause of osteoporosis can broadly be divided into primary or secondary. Okay, secondary means we know the cause of the osteoporosis. For example, patients who are on chronic steroids that may predispose their bones to osteoporosis. Patients with certain medical conditions, for example, rheumatoid arthritis or ankylosing spondylitis or kidney or liver diseases may be prone to osteoporosis. But by and large, the more commonly found osteoporosis cases are actually primary. Primary meaning there's no known secondary cause. However, we know that certain characteristics, for example, older population, female, especially postmenopausal, slender built patients are more prone to osteoporosis. As we get older, we are more likely to have osteoporosis. Okay, bear in mind our bone will continue to add in new bone until the age of 35. So basically, our peak bone mass will be attained by age 35, after which there will be a gradual reduction in bone mass. And for women, unfortunately, once they enter into menopause phase, there's a sharp decline in the bone mass. Second is sex or gender. Women tends to have higher incidence of osteoporosis because as they reach menopause, reduction of estrogen hormone will no longer protect them from this condition. The third is, of course, the ethnic group of the patient. Asians, Caucasians have higher chance or higher risk of osteoporosis as compared to other races. The other is, of course, the constitutional build of the person. So the bigger build a person is, the less chance of osteoporosis. The other characteristics that may lead them to having a higher chance of osteoporosis would be the medical condition. Certain conditions are more at risk of osteoporosis: kidney disease, liver disease, rheumatoid arthritis, etc. And the third group will be the lifestyle. What is the lifestyle of the person? If the person is a chronic smoker, chronic drinker, they are at higher risk. If the person leads a sedentary lifestyle, doesn't do any weight-bearing exercises, the person is also at higher risk of osteoporosis. The person has poor knowledge of what constitutes a good dietary intake for bone health will also be at higher risk. Less intake of milk, cheese, dairy products, fish will be at higher risk. People who consume a lot of salt, caffeine will also be at higher risk.
What are the statistics of women getting osteoporosis in their 40s?
At what age will I get osteoporosis?
骨骼疏松症是不是只有老年人才会发生啊？
40 to 49, chance of getting osteoporosis is not high, but certain groups of patients in this age group may be a high risk. If you have a chronic medical condition, if you have chronic use of steroids, if somehow you have early menopause for whatever medical reasons, for example, the need to remove the uterus or the ovaries, and if you are prolonged immobilization because of fractures, they're not moving, and despite being in the not so old age, between 40 and 49, you're also at high risk of having osteoporosis. Of course, statistically, osteoporosis more often affects the elderly because of the various reasons. Women are going menopause, even men also less active, more medical issues, so they are likely to have osteoporosis. But young patients can also have, if you have medical problems, you have chronic steroids, if there are fractures requiring them to be immobilized for prolonged periods of time, they also be at risk of having osteoporosis.